If you have questions about Microsoft Business Intelligence or our position, Gartner just issued a great report about our position and what customers think, so I invite you to take a look at it. We also have a great website, microsoft.com/BI, and if you are interested in watching videos about the space of BI, every week we have a great show on the subject of data and analytics. And so make sure you go to businessintelligence.tv and you can subscribe for free, and you get your 3-minute video every week, and we'd love to engage with you. So I'm done here with my marketing pitch. I want to tell a little bit about what Jamie's where it comes from, because I think it's important from a context standpoint. This is a prediction software. This is a company that builds predictive analytics. They're using Practice Fusion data. Practice Fusion is the #1 EMR data with about 8 million records about medical conditions. They have a contest going on right now, so you can go to their site and find out more about it. But what's going to be interesting about what Jamie is going to show you is what you can do with that data and the insights you can get out of it, and all that in very user-friendly tools. So Jamie, I'm handing it over to you.
So, can you see my screen right now? Yeah. Am I live? Great. So, what I'm going to show you today is kind of how to use some of the data that you can pull from the marketplace, and kind of some different things you can do with it using some tools supplied by Microsoft, Excel and PowerPivot, and some tools supplied by us, by Prediction Software. The first thing I'm going to do is show you how you can pull data from the marketplace into PowerPivot. And basically, PowerPivot's a free tool to download by Microsoft. You go and install it into Excel 2010. You can go to the PowerPivot window, and it's actually very easy to bring in data. Basically, you click on the Azure DataMarket space, you go to your Azure web page, for example, here at the Practice Fusion page, and all you have to do is go to there and go to Explore Your Data Set, and then grab the URL, whoops, 100% there, grab the URL of your data, copy that, and paste that back into PowerPivot right there.
Let me ask just a question here. How many of you are familiar with PowerPivot here?
Just a few?
Just a few people. Bill, I don't know that you can answer that question.
So PowerPivot, now after I'm not going to download this right now, I've already downloaded the data. When you download the data to PowerPivot from Practice Fusion, you get these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different tables of data. PowerPivot is a tool where it uses an in-memory database compression, so you can actually store, say, millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of rows inside of an Excel workbook. And it's more than just big data space inside of Excel. It's actually a whole data modeling tool inside of Excel, which is really advantageous in the environment that it's presented in, because it allows people to take a step from Excel to do real data modeling versus learning an entire new data modeling stack and an entire new set of skills. They can take their Excel skills, extend them a little bit, and have some real data modeling power. And I'll show you how that works. So now I have the data inside of PowerPivot, and I've downloaded this data from the web. And of course, this data from the web is perfect, right? All data you get from the web is going to be perfect and beautiful. So that's never the case. So what we want to do first, I want to see what the data looks like. What am I looking at in this data? And for that, I'm going to go into Excel, and I'm going to use our product, Prediction Insight. And Prediction Insight, again, it's a download from the web. It's a subscription service. It's a free 30-day trial. When you install it into Excel, you get 2 new tabs in Excel. You get the Insight Now tab. The Insight Now tab provides kind of pre-canned predictive analytics for any solution. It provides, you click a button, ask a couple questions, and it's going to provide basically a report that gives you predictive information from your data. Insight Analytics is a data mining workflow, predictive analytics workflow inside of Excel, which includes data preparation, model building, testing and validation and application of their predictive analytics models. Now, the first thing, like I said, we pull data from the web. We don't know what's in that data, so I'm going to look at that data. So I'm going to log into Prediction, just click, type my username and password, log into Prediction, which does take a second. And then what I want to do is I want to profile that data that came from the web that's now stored into PowerPivot.
What type of user do you expect using these tools? Is this somebody that's an analytic expert, a PhD?
Well, it's interesting, Bruno, that you asked that, because just as PowerPivot is a small step from Excel users to use data modeling, Prediction Insight is a small step from Excel users to use predictive analytics. This is really, allowing Excel users and those Excel power users to extend their repertoire of skills by giving them predictive analytics skills. And it's self-service, which means that they can go use it today. You can go download this, start using it today. There's no big installation. It's all in the cloud. So you can actually start right now and start using this and start taking advantage of these tools.
And so when you think about the mission for Microsoft Business Intelligence, this is really in line with what we're trying to achieve. It's democratization of data, and it's democracy of tools like that. These are very familiar tools, and everybody should be able to use the information to get the insights that they want.
So the first thing we're going to do is go to Explore Data here and say Profile Data. Click Next to go past the wizard. Profile Data is going to give me a report about what's inside my data. I'm going to choose data that's in PowerPivot. I'm going to choose the sync chart table, and the sync chart table represents all the doctor's visits. It has one row for every visit that a patient went to the doctor. And then click Next. I just want the basic statistics now, not the advanced ones. And then click Finish. And now it's going to analyze the data and create a report for me that's going to show me basically the shape of that data inside of my workbook. And here, it's actually very interesting because you actually know by looking at this report that this is real data that Practice Fusion is giving us. We have about 60,000 rows of data. We have 11 columns. Identified that the column called chart width is likely to be a key of that table. And we have a lot of blanks in the data in these different columns. And what's interesting is you look at the data, you kind of see that the height column here has a range from 5 to 120. So you know it's real data because there's real data errors in there, just like any real data you'd ever really see. You have a BMI that goes from 0.7 to 5,500. Anybody fit that?
That could have been me.
Yeah, you're on the 0.7 side, right?